Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. We're here with another day of the Taco Fiesta suite. I guess not really a suite, a stamp set. Featuring the Celebration Dandy Design series paper. And here is today's projects. Look at how absolutely fun these are, right? So we have, this is a little alternate project, a little less time consuming than the other ones. If you're having a big Cinco de Mayo party at work or your kid's classroom or something like that, you may want to just do a quick little tag. I just used the brick embossing folder, you know, with some specimen. And I just paper clipped it because, let's face it, the kids are just either going to toss this or give it to the parents. They're going to eat the chips, right? So you can also sell this at a craft fair, just for the cost of the, you know, the chips and maybe an extra $1 for the tag. So super fun. Okay. And then we have in here our Frito chips, and we made our own little chip bag. And I did cut the edges to kind of mimic a chip bag. It was super fun. We have our little fun friends here, and they're just Fritos chips. But then we have this. I saw it at Walmart. Look, it's little Fritos dip. So if you have your Fritos and your dip, how fun is that, right? Super fun. If you are having like a Cinco de Mayo party, you can actually use this dip as your party favor and just put a big bowl of Fritos out in the middle or something like that. That'd be really fun too. And if you just want to give something, or they can take it home and have both chips and dip. All right, let's get to the tutorials. Okay, so here's the tutorial for the chip bag. What we're going to do is have a piece of paper that measures 12 by 11. And you want your 12-inch side to go left to right because we're going to wrap the bag. Okay. You're going to go ahead and put score tape on the, it doesn't matter which side, just one side. I put it on the left and the bottom. And you're basically just going to wrap your chips like this. Now, I'm not going to take my score tape off the bottom because I don't know if I want to have that much of a crinkle. So I'm going to see how it looks. But I don't want to short myself either. So that's why I did the 12 by 11. What I'm going to do is just peel just the tiniest bit, just so I have a little tail that I can pull. Makes it a little bit easier. So just line up your paper. It doesn't have to be super tight. Just line it up and press it through. Okay. So now you have a couple different options. You can go ahead and peel this score tape. I should have put it on the top too, but I didn't. And you're just going to, I'm going to take my chips out so I can have an even bottom here. So I'm going to line these up and just smash down that double-sided tape. Okay? So now you have like this little tube. Put your chips back in. It might be a little tight because I made mine a little tight. Okay, so I do like this length, but I got my chips back in. Now you can do one of two things. You can make it a traditional chip bag and pull it tight, put your tape in there, and crinkle it up. Sorry, my yellow is going to change my camera different colors. It just does. This is Mango Melody. Or you can make it look like one of those sour cream containers and do the opposite sides together, so it has like the little triangle look on the top and it's flat on the bottom. See, it looks like a big old sour cream container. It's up to you. I'm going to do a traditional chip bag, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to do that. But I definitely do like this length. And so, yeah, we're going to do that. Now, you can leave this where it's not taped shut if you want your person to be able to maybe reuse the bag. Maybe you're using it in a swap instead of for chips. But we're going to go ahead and tape it down. So I just put a piece of tear tape just on the bottom. Pull it out, and you're going to go ahead and make that even. There we go. Okay. So super fun little pouch. What a great Fiesta type thing. Now you're going to crinkle your edges. If you have one of the old school crinkle things you put it in and you twist the side, I have it, I just don't know where it is. To be honest, it might be in storage. So you can put in a little thing, you can crinkle the edges. You can take your scoreboard and you can make little lines to kind of mimic. But what I want to do is, oh, you can also take the little fancy edge scissors and make the fancy edge, or you can just go through and make your own little fancy edge triangles if you don't have anything else. Okay, so you see what I'm doing? I'm just cutting out the tiniest little triangles because that's the look that I want. I want the little edge. I don't know where my crinkler is. I don't know what I did with my scoreboard either. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so it was a little tedious, but well worth it. I love how that turned out. Obviously, if I'm doing a whole bunch of these, I'm going to go find my crinkle machine, or I'm going to go buy these fancy scissors because, yes, it took less than 5 minutes per side, but, you know, you don't want to have a whole bunch of that. So now all you're going to do is glue down your little buddies. That's it. So you can add them on as a tag, or what I'm going to do, I'm just going to tape it down. That's it. Wherever you see fit, kind of in the middle. Ooh, no overhang. I would suggest when you are doing your chip bag, pay attention to the front. As you can see, I didn't. I have like little indentations. For me, I'm okay with that. So there you go. Kind of looks like a magic carpet than a than a chip bag, but that's okay. I found my board. So what I was saying is you can just take your scoring tool and score it. It's going to be hard because I already did this. Just kind of every 1/8 of an inch. Just give it some little lines at the top. You can score it. You can just kind of accordion fold it with your hand. I got a little overzealous with my scoring tool and made a little hole, but I'm okay with that. So yeah, you can just, if you want to, you can just fold just back and forth. Just kind of accordion fold it, or you can use your score board. You just want to give it those little, just some little lines if you want. You don't have to. There you go. You can add ribbon. That'd be really cute on there too if you wanted to. But just remember, the more you add, if you're going to sell these for craft fairs, or if you're doing this for, you know, a Cinco de Mayo party, I would not stamp and cut. I would just stamp directly on the rectangle and color. You could even photocopy it when you're done if you have a really good printer or copier. You can add whatever you want. You can add a cute little knot on there. You can add gems. Whatever your heart desires, you add that. Okay, the easy alternative is to get some Takis and just make a little tag. It says, "You spice up my life." I just clip the tag on. Obviously, you can attach it. This is the kind of look I was going for here. See how it has the small little triangles? I don't know if you can see them. my camera probably won't pick it up. It has little triangles and it has like the score marks up there. That's what I was trying to go for before I ripped my bag, but that's fine. You can also do that. So this just coincidentally is hot chili pepper and lime. So I just put a little chili pepper and lime using the heart duo punch. So you get the scallop heart and the smooth heart together. And then I just stamped "You Spice Up My Life" 3 times and added those gems. So here's the duo. It's the numbers in the description box. So that's the duo. So this is, you know, if you're going to do these for your, you know, I don't know, your kid's entire class, this is probably going to be your fastest method. It's 3x5 card. I just cut the edges to give it a little side. Took the layering piece, ran it through the embossing folder. I glued down the heart, the red heart, the real red heart, and then I popped up the basic white heart. I stamped directly on there, and I colored, and I Wink a Stella'd. So that's it. So those are super fun. Obviously, this is going to be more labor intensive, but not too bad. And then this is quick. All right. So the other thing we have going on is the little dip box. I have it in my little prototype here. So this is the Fritos dip. It was so cute. I know it looks like a little cat food, but it's a bean dip. I found it at Walmart in the little display. And so we're going to make a little box for it. And I don't know what I did with my instructions. Okay, so you need a piece of paper, which I'm going to use Mango Melody. And that measures 6 by 10 1/4. Okay, so here's my cheat sheet over here, but 6 by 10 1/4. So I'm going to cut it down. 6 by 10 1/4. Okay. Now I'm going to score it on the long side at 1 3/4, 1 3/4, 4 1/4, 6, and 8 1/2. Okay, I'm going to rotate it, and I'm going to score it at 1 3/4 on both sides. So just going to rotate that around, and 1 3/4. Okay, so essentially your rectangle is going to be 1 3/4 on all 4 sides. If that makes it easier for you. Or harder, I don't know. Okay, so that's 1 3/4, 4 1/4, 6, and 8 1/2. The measurements will be down in the description box. And then 1 3/4 and 1 3/4. Okay, so go ahead and put your paper like this. And all we're going to do is cut up these score lines, okay? And we are going to miter the squares. Don't touch your rectangles, only the squares, right? Okay, so we're going to start with this first score line here. We're going to go ahead and cut all the way up. Miter. Oops, I missed that corner. And I'm going to go ahead and cut off a little piece of it because I don't like bulk. So cut up your score line. Miter. Probably not that big of a chunk, but it's really not going to matter. And again, cut up your score line, miter, take some bulk out, okay? Rotate it. We're going to do the same thing. If you are a cut up the score line, do all the score lines first, you can, and then miter second. It doesn't matter, but I will show you that way. So all I'm doing is just cutting up this couple score lines, and I am mitering. Basically, when you're mitering, you're just trying to cut off a little bit of that corner so there's no overhang. You can chop first and then miter. It doesn't matter as long as it gets done. Okay. There we go. That's it. Okay. Now we're just going to build our box. So I'm going to use glue. And I'm just going to build it up. You're going to line up your tabs. Do the same on the other side. Okay. Now, this piece to the right, that's going to be your bottom, and so we need these two tabs here. If you're using directional paper, well, I wouldn't recommend using the DSP for a box because it's very thin. But if you're using, I don't know, pattern paper that's thicker, obviously watch your direction. And line up your edges. Give it a second to dry. Right? So this little fun little thing like this. Now we're going to go ahead and add our glue to our top tabs and build our lid. You can build your lid first and then your bottom box. It doesn't matter. As long as one side has 4 tabs and one side has 2. So there's 1 tab and 2 tabs. Okay. And your box is complete. I didn't let my glue dry before I closed it, which I know better, but that's okay. I'm going to go ahead and take my old school Stampin' Up! Whale tail 3/4 of an inch circle, and I'm just going to go about halfway down in the middle and make a little finger pull. So when you close your box, it's easy to open it. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and put the little Frito bean dip in there. Or if you are gifting, you know, a jar of cat food to a friend that has a cat, put that in there. Make a little fun tag. Not necessarily with the taco kit. We do have a really cute fat cat and a cupcake holder. Alright, so now you're just going to decorate. So I just have a piece of leftover designer series paper. This measures 2.5 by 2.5. And because this is not directional paper, it doesn't matter. But if you have directional paper, obviously put it in the correct direction. Okay. And then I have my little spectacular where I just stamp my little taco straight down on my square. I stamped the sombrero a little bit above and some little party candies because I wanted my sombrero to look like he was throwing it in the air. I don't know. That's what I felt he was doing. So we're going to go ahead and tape runner, which I don't know what I did with it. And we're going to put that down. You can pop it up if you want, but I'm not going to. So I'm going to see what side is the front. If you do want to add a ribbon because you don't like the wings that kind of pop out a little bit like that, you would want to go ahead and do that now before you add your paper down, your image down. I'm okay with the little wings. There we go. You can add your paper all the way around. I don't feel it needs it because this is just going to be your top. And, I mean, decorate as you wish. You're going to open it. You're going to take it out and see a little bean dip. How fun is that? So you have your bean dip to go with your chips, and they match. And then you have your little Takis with the tag in this purple with the mango melony. Is gorgeous. This is kind of like Gorgeous Grape. And look at that little pack. How fun is that? Cinco de Mayo. Hello. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye.